This team isn't going anywhere anytime soon. You can believe what you want, but I'm telling you some cold hard facts. Tennessee and Josh Heupel is about to put the rest of the country on notice. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Guys, I gotta tell y'all something. In tonight's video, we're gonna talk about something that I can't stop thinking about. And that is no other than the Tennessee football program. Yes, I know, Matt, you're an Alabama fan. Why are you thinking about Tennessee? And you'll see why in this video. Coincidentally enough, or ironically enough, I think you could use either word there. When I really started getting into college football, when I could start understanding it, I was 7 years old. And that was also in 2007. Like I said, ironically enough, that is also when Tennessee started sucking. Ever since 2007, and I believe in that 2007 season, Tennessee went 10-4. I could be wrong on that. But ever since 2007, from 2008 up until last year, Tennessee was bad. Throughout this 15-year stretch from 2007 up until 2022, Tennessee was a laughingstock. Everybody joked on them. And dang, man, just looking back on it, it is so hard to fathom and believe that this fan base, Tennessee, they've had to go through 15 years of straight up misery and pain. It has been awful to say the least, but I got some good news, Tennessee fans of all nation. It looks like those days, they're over. It only took 15 years for you to get over that misery and hump, but hey, you got over it. To go along with that, why is everybody and their mom made fun of Tennessee? Why is everybody always laughed at Tennessee? Because every single year, what do Tennessee fans say? This is our year, we're going to be back, and it never happens. To give all y'all some more perspective, I grew up in a city that was actually located in 2 states, Tennessee and Alabama. So all throughout my life, I've been around Tennessee fans and I'm very familiar with their fan base. And when I say what I'm about to say, I need you to trust me and believe me. This Tennessee fan base has been dying to see some success in the football program. And I also need you to trust me when I say this. Nobody has laughed, nobody has enjoyed watching Tennessee losing more than me, myself, and I. Nothing is funnier in this world than to watch a team and fan base hype up themselves each and every single year just to watch them go out there and wet the bed 15 years in a row. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I have enjoyed watching Tennessee lose these past 14 to 15 years, and it's the same thing with Nebraska. Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks it's so funny when a fan base can sell out their stadium every single game, but then go 5-7. And the same thing applies for Texas. Texas and Tennessee for the past 10 years have been trying to tell people, hey, this is our year. We're going to be back. And what happens? Come on now, I don't got to say this. They wound up going 7-5, 8-4. But, and I have a big but, you better believe me on this, the dark days are over for Tennessee football. And what Tennessee and Josh Heupel are currently doing and what they're about to do, they're going to put the rest of the country on notice. This is the one and only topic we're going to talk about in tonight's video. Hope you guys are excited to get into this as I am. And by the way, you already know the intro. If you like college football content and you're not subscribed, consider joining our community. Major shout out to everybody that is already subscribed. We're on the road to 300K. All right, Matt, blah, 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 shut up, blah, blah, without further ado. Let's get into it. I hope all you had a great Tuesday. If not, I hope this video on Tuesday night can make it a little bit better. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Now, I want to address something, by the way. We're getting straight into it. I want to address something that I've seen time after time after time. I'm not going to say it's a major thing, but every now and then on Twitter, somebody tag me in something, Instagram, somebody tag me in something. I'll see it in the YouTube comment section about how Tennessee, they're going to go 8-4. Tennessee, they're going to go back to 7-5. I've been seeing that time to time, and I want y'all to understand something. Look, nobody would love to sit up here more than me and tell you that Tennessee is going to go 7-5 because, you know, that's not really my team. All you need to know about my perspective on this situation is that I'm an Alabama fan. That's it. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Yes, I'm an Alabama fan. But before I'm an Alabama fan, I'm a college football fan. Whenever I make these videos, whenever I'm talking to my friends in real life, whatever, I don't have the normal and typical Alabama fan perspective. I view things as a whole. I also view things as to how they are. I live in reality. The truth of the matter is, for example, I'm an Alabama fan. So if I say anything good about Alabama, what's most people going to say? Oh yeah, that's Alabama bias. But is it really? If I say Alabama's been the best football team in the country for the past 15 years, is that Alabama bias or is that cold hard facts? Let me know. You see what I'm saying? Just because I talk great about Alabama, that's not because I'm Alabama biased. That's because Alabama's a great team and great program. Whoa. Hold on. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what in the crap does this have to do with anything? Hear me out. I said all of that to lead me into this. I think everybody a part of our community, everybody that's watching this video right now, most of us, I'd say 99% of us, we're also college football fans before Tennessee fans, before Florida fans, before LSU fans, before USC fans, whatever team you go for. I think a large majority of us are college football fans. Am I right? So, with that being said, that's why our channel, our community is so special, because I think we all relate to a certain extent. I think all of us relate a ton. Whereas when you go to your local grocery store, your local Walmart, wherever, and you hear a casual fan talk, you can't even listen to them. Because truth of the matter is, all these casual fans don't know what they're talking about. Your casual fans of any team out there, they think their team's the greatest of all time and every other team's overrated. I would love for somebody to tell me I'm wrong. Do y'all know how many Bama fans I know personally that have never predicted Alabama to lose a game in the past 20 years? They think Alabama is going to win every single game. That's not being realistic. I guarantee you know people at either your high school, middle school, your job, wherever you work, whatever you do, whatever age you are, you know people who think their team's going to win every single game. To go along with that, you also know those same people that they may hate a certain team. Let's say you're an Ohio State fan. Who do you hate the most? Michigan. Well, a lot of times, even now, Ohio State fans, they won't even give Michigan credit when Michigan doesn't even deserve it, but they've earned it. Over my many years of following up with college football, I found out that most people out here won't put their pride and ego aside and admit another team they don't like is good. I've never been able to relate to those people, even as a child. If I thought Alabama was going to lose a game, just because I'm an Alabama fan, I'm not going to lie and say, oh yeah, they're going to win. No, if I think they're going to lose, they're going to lose. Those fans out here that don't have an open mindset, an open perspective, they're delusional and they live in fairy tale land. They live in fairy tale land, whereas I think people like me and you, we like to live in reality. We like to call a spade and ace is an ace. Ohio State fans, you know this. As much as I think you're overrated and soft, I'm not going to sit up here and act like Ohio State isn't a great football team. They're outstanding. You see what I'm saying? I don't like Ohio State, but they're still great. Same thing for Georgia. I don't like Georgia, but they're great. At a certain point in time, you have to get over this you're a fan of one team and just look at things how they are. What does that have to do with Tennessee, though? Here's what it has to do with Tennessee. People thinking last year it was a fluke. It was a March Madness Cinderella run. I can understand why people are saying that, but I also think you're a flat out idiot. You don't know what you're talking about, because Tennessee is here to stay. Are they going to be this good for the next 20 years? I don't know, but for the next 3, 4, 5 years, I guarantee you, they're going to be a 9-10 win team. Guaranteed. Come here. Let me explain something to you real briefly. When you find your guy, and I'm talking about your head coach, the guy, it's over. There is none of this 5-7, 7-5, 8-4 type of seasons. No. Similar situation with LSU. They got their guy, and they're probably going to be a 10-win team for the next 10 years. Once you find your guy, like Alabama found Nick Saban in 2007, the rest is going to fall into place. But here's the shocking part for Tennessee. Things are falling into place quicker than expected. Don't get me wrong, Josh Heupel in Tennessee, they were supposed to be good last year, but they weren't supposed to be that good. They weren't supposed to be beating Bama type of good. Did they hit some bumps in the road late in the season? Yes, they did, but they still over-exceeded expectations, and they beat Clemson. And the biggest part about all this is, like I said, casuals aren't going to understand this. Josh Heupel, he didn't even have most of his recruits in, or his guys. He is still rebuilding this Tennessee team, whereas when he took over that job, it was one of the worst, if not the worst jobs in the country. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It feels like it was only a couple days ago. They had all these allegations. Jeremy Pruitt, he was paying those players, and Tennessee barely had anybody on the roster. When Josh Heupel took over that team, they were so depleted, and they're still working on getting it back up to what it should be. On the offensive side of the ball, they're cool. They're okay. But their depth on the defensive side of the ball, it was terrible. But still, last year, they was one of the best rushing defenses in the country. This team isn't going anywhere anytime soon. You can believe what you want, but I'm telling you some cold hard facts. Tennessee and Josh Heupel is about to put the rest of the country on notice. They ain't playing around, because now that they're good, all these 5-star and 4-star recruits are about to flock to Knoxville. And the craziest part about all this is they've been sucking and they were still having good recruiting classes. Now they're good, so they could easily have a top 5 recruiting class every single year. This is the start of something new. It feels like they've turned the page in the book. They're on to the next chapter. As far as it goes for Joe Milton, is he going to be able to replace Hendon Hooker? Is he going to be as good as Hendon Hooker? Is he going to be this superstar that everybody's trying to hype him up to be? I don't know about all that. I really can't even tell you my opinion on him, because I got to see a little more out of him. Yeah, he played good against Clemson, but I need to see it the first 3 or 4 games of the year before I give you my real opinion. I think he has unlimited potential, but that's the thing. It's potential. I need to see it to believe it. But regardless, even if Joe Milton ain't the greatest thing ever, I still think Tennessee, even if Milton isn't a star player, is going to win 10 games next year easily. This is just me giving you a warning. You better watch out for this team, and you better not sleep on them. Let me know your thoughts down below. But roll with me.